Matt Walsh is looking to destroy his own whiteness in his new film, Am I Racist? Now, I'm in Australia, so I don't even know if I can see it yet. I don't know if we are given that opportunity. But from what I hear, it is a comedy. But not like a punchline, wait for the laugh type of comedy. It's more of a comedy of, look at these people. They actually exist. These people who are the anti-racists, which sounds great in theory. These people actually exist. They charge exorbitant fees to come into your business, your school, your university and tell you why you're a huge piece of shit. And they have been shown in this movie to be nothing short of charlatans, liars, and grifters. Ladies and gentlemen, my book, Betterman, is now on sale. Look at that, that's me, fantastic. It's had hundreds of thousands of 5-star reviews. That's not true, but it's had a few, and I reckon you should buy it. I was reading it the other day, just going through my former glories, and I tell you what, I thought to myself, mate, this bloke, he is incredible, and you should get behind him. You should go to his website right now, isaacbutterfield.com, and grab Betterman. If you are a man and you haven't read this, then you're a piece of shit. Good. Now go and get it. Throughout the film, Matt Walsh brings together all of these people who are so-called anti-racist. And what do they all have in common? Well, they profit off blaming white people for everything. Now, one person who I thought was very interesting that was in the film, and it didn't do any of the things that I just listed, is a wonderful person and a wonderful author, and is not a charlatan at all, is Robin DiAngelo. She's the queen of anti-racism, but I really subscribe to all of her ideas. She's a lovely person. She was asked to participate in the film. She said yes, and she would also charge $15,000 for the opportunity to interview her. $15K just for the interview. After this film was released, she was called out, and so were all the other people in the film that were made fools of, and she thankfully took that $15,000 and donated it to some charity somewhere to make it look like she's not just a fucking money-hungry human being, when obviously she is. This is the thing with these anti-racists. They all scream that they're not capitalists and they're, socialists or communists, when in reality they're just after cash. That's all they're doing, in my humble opinion. Now, as I said, haven't seen the entire film, but from what I hear, it's all about these uber progressive people basically laying out their arguments as to why white people are bad, and then they're made fools of by their own arguments, which is just hilarious. Now, one of the great things that happened in the film is apparently Robin DiAngelo, the author of White Fragility, got tricked into paying reparations to Matt Walsh's producer. That's fucking hilarious.
Hi, Robin.
Hi. And what's your name?
I'm Matt.
Matt. Hi, yeah. Matt.
Nice to meet you.
I just had to ask who you are because you have to be careful.
Never be too careful.
Okay, so the movie is now in cinemas throughout the US. I don't think any Australian cinemas are playing it, but maybe they are, not sure. Anyway, it is in cinemas in the US if you are there, so go and see it. But I have found some sneak peek options on the internet. Let's take a look.
Let's be clear, what's happening in this country, it's Nazism. Republicans are Nazis. You cannot separate yourselves from the bad white people.
Holy fucking dooly.
Growing up in the 90s, I never thought much about race. Sure, you noticed, but never really seemed to matter that much. At least not to me.
Being a white, straight, cisgender man, it's the top of the pile.
I'm on the top of the pile. That's me. Am I racist?
I would really appreciate it if you left.
I'm trying to learn. I'm on this journey.
Can you please leave?
I think what this film has done is showcase the goings-on in the circles of the far left. And I know the whole idea between far left and far right is very, very strange. It's convoluted. But basically, if you can think about it like this. On the far right, there are the Nazis, right? And then just back from that, few steps, is everyone that's fucking normal. And then you keep going to the left and you got some really nice people. And then you keep going further to the left and you got the fucking psychos. You got the fucking full-on fucking psychos. And you can see in films like Am I Racist? You can see how these people become their own echo chamber. They listen to each other. They take every single thing that the person next to them says as gospel, and that's how they preach it to the world. It's confusing and it's confronting as well. They claim to be so happy and loving, but really they're just hateful people. And I think we don't focus on the people on the left enough. We all know people on the right are batshit fucking crazy, horrible people, but look at the left. If you consider yourself a left-wing person, progressive, you're not that far from being radicalized yourself, mate. These people are cultural terrorists. They're not committing acts of violence, but they're destroying the fabric of our society very, very quickly. They have outrageous ideologies that it's hard to believe someone made of the same group of cells as I am can believe. And I believe what Matt Walsh has done here through his movie and his possibly deliberately bad outfit. Like, what the fuck was that? Obviously, you guys need some funding. Fuck me dead. But what he's done here is showcase this for perhaps the very first time. This is like a modern day Borat. It's not so much the jokes themselves that are funny. Sure, in Borat there's funny jokes, but you're also laughing at the interactions with these people, like Ali G. It's the same thing here. I genuinely believe that in this film, Matt Walsh is exposing a lot of these people. Maybe not all of them. Maybe some are still stuck in this place where they feel like they're doing the right thing, but exposed a lot of them for what they really are. And that is in bad faith actors, charlatans, just not nice people. And all they're doing is appealing to the lowest common denominator. They're appealing to our aunties or our strange uncles. That's who is signing up for this shit.
If I'm gonna sort this out, I need to go deeper undercover. If I want to be an ally, I need to look like one.
Hot.
The entire system has to burn. And I'm not going to even use save this country. This country is not worth saving. This country is a piece of shit.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I love that he's got a mask on here. That is magnificent.
What's up with white people? What are you doing to decenter your whiteness?
Who's making it the center? Why are they doing that?
And what you're doing is you're stretching out of your whiteness. This is more for you in this view.
All right, for many people watching this, a lot of these words and phrases may be new. But an entire cultural crusade uses these words in their doctrine. They are their 10 commandments, if you will. It's quite funny that we would hear these words and not understand what they mean, but they're so widely used, they're so deeply ingrained into these people's teachings and what they teach all of their friends and their fans and their followers. It's funny, yeah, but it's also quite concerning because all of these people seem to run universities, businesses, schools, kindergartens. It's changing the world, and definitely not in a good way.
My daughter's 4 years old. I am an anti-racist educator, quote unquote. She's still watching Disney movies and she is choosing a white princess over princesses of color.
Have you talked to her about that?
All the time.
Okay, Walsh won't say this, but I'll say it. Have you considered abortion?
We think every space belongs to us because we live in a white supremacist society.
Is America an inherently racist country?
I think the word inherent is challenging there. If we say
Fundamentally.
fundamentally, yes. America is racist to its bones. All of the...
So inherently.
Yeah.
These fucking people. Honestly. Okay, so the reaction to this film is interesting, but by no means surprising. People really, really loved it. People who subscribed to Matt Walsh or The Daily Wire, they really got into it and they thought it was very, very good. His other film, Am I a Woman? Is that the other film or whatever it was? Or Here's Me Clit, whatever that fucking film was. People really enjoyed that as well. And this film in particular got a score on Rotten Tomatoes, very, very fresh, of 99%. That was until the mainstream sort of... I won't say the media, because the media sort of just ignores shit like this and just says, that doesn't exist, I'm not talking about it. But the mainstream adjudicators of what is good and what is bad, the critics, they got involved and then brought it down a little bit. I think it's sitting around 70% at the moment. One of the people that I really noticed hated this film, and I can't imagine why, was a lady. And I think it was a lady. I would like to just give a shout out to this particular person for their honest review of the film. This is from Jessie Gender. Jessie said, boy or girl, who knows, they, them, despite a better target than the bigoted What is a Woman? That was the other film. On industry about profiting off white guilt, not fighting racism, it shares the same flaws. Manipulative editing, lazy jokes, and no curiosity. Ending a thoughtless finale with no call to action. The call to action is this: don't fucking listen to these insane people. Jesse, it's targeted at you, babe or dude. That's the target market here. Watch this and go, these are the people that I'm associated with. What the fuck? But all I can say is thank goodness that there are people like Jessie Gender to save all of us from the violence that is this man, Matt Walsh. The story on IMDb was exactly the same. People were happy and then other people weren't happy. It's a big argument. What I did really love about this film was that these weren't characters. These were people playing themselves. This is really who they are. And they all thought they were doing an amazing job. And yet we sit back and go, oh my good grief, these people exist on the same planet as me? That is horrifying. So what has happened to those people? Well, a lot of the people, the blowback has been immense, and rightfully so. We should attack bad ideas with good ideas. And many of them have actually decided to delete their Twitters, their X accounts. In fact, most of them have, which is quite fun. Very fun indeed. Walsh didn't attack these people. He let them fall on their own sword, fumble on their own shit. And that is clever. I think he knew, and I think we all know, that if you allow these people to talk for long enough, their arguments are so feeble that they'll crumble under their own weight. And that's what should happen. These people shouldn't be propped up and put into positions of power. Why the fuck would we do that? I'm happy that this film got made, and I'm glad to see that people can actually, finance shit like this, rather than the rehashing of the same Hollywood shit year on year on year. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to seeing the movie. Be a good motherfucker. I'm on tour right now. Grab your tickets immediately at isaacbutterfield.com. Don't forget Betterman. It's over here, it's under my phone, it's a great book, it's a great read. If you're a man, fucking read it. If you're a woman, you'll understand men better. Be a good motherfucker, peace in the Middle East, me dick stinks, to bye bye.